What is going on YouTube? Clint with Prestige Aquatics back with yet another silly intro to an awesome fish video. Today we're going to be doing our second episode of the In the Fish Room series. If you haven't watched the first episode, go ahead and watch this one and circle back and watch that one. Anyway, let's buckle in and get right into it. So in the fish room today, we're running a couple water changes. I got one of the zones open right here. And if you haven't watched our water change video, I'll leave a link up in the corner and one in the description that explains this whole water change system. But basically I just open one of these valves and it flows to one of my zones. I have it all set up on solenoids over here for a future Rainbird timer, but I don't have my Wi-Fi or anything, so it's really not needed. Okay, so we're running a water change on this rack, and this is one of my favorite racks in the fish room. It has mostly South and Central American cichlids, and I have tetras all across the top. We'll take a look at some of the fish in here. As you can see, we've got some really awesome tetras on the top, and all of these tanks on the right are apistogramma, and then on the left are miscellaneous South and Central American cichlids. More on this rack soon in our next fish room tour, which is in the works, but I don't want to spoil any of the new fish I got. I said I wasn't going to show any of the new fish, but I couldn't help myself. These are some new double red agassizii apistogramma that I just got, and these are in my tank. This is the first day, and this male is already just looking absolutely fabulous. He's got some really awesome blue all the way down through his back, and the female's not too shabby herself. They're already kind of showing a little pairing behavior, and hopefully I can get them to spawn. I've got them in a 10-gallon. I usually do apistos in a 20-gallon, but I'm just kind of considering this an experiment. I want to see what the behavior is and how different it is from an apisto when it's in twice as big of a tank. So the main thing I wanted to show you all today on this episode of In the Fish Room is this massive wall that's going up in the middle of the building here. We're splitting the building into two parts and getting two separate HVAC units. We keep it so hot in here that it's gonna make more sense in the long term for us to use gas heat. So we're getting all new HVAC units, and we're gonna be able to have maybe some office and storage space on the other side, and this will be the actual fish room. This was a big move for us, and it wouldn't be possible without the support of all our customers. Thank you so much, past and present, for all your business. You have really encouraged us and pushed us to keep moving forward with this venture, and we just can't thank you enough. So if you watched the last In the Fish Room series video, you'll remember that I talked about these wild-caught Dumerillii angelfish pretty extensively. And as you can see, they've just almost doubled in size since I got them. They've just become absolute ravenous savages. I'm really pleased with how well they've done transitioning to this tank from the wild, and looking forward to what they bring in the future. Hopefully I can get them to breed and I can get you all some F1 fry sooner rather than later. Another angelfish that I really wanted to talk about today are these cobalt blue angelfish, and these are just awesome fish. They've really got a nice blue sheen to them. I got these from Seagrass when I got those Dumerillii wild angels, and they're about the same size. They're captive angels, and I really can tell that they're quite a bit more mild than the wild angelfish. Those wild angelfish are absolute ravenous savages, like I said before. Another development in the fish room is that I've just got green water going everywhere. And I don't know if I just got a little heavy on the ferts or what the deal is, but I'm getting it in like maybe 20% of my tanks, which isn't really overwhelming, but it is unsightly. But conversely, I would say that I'm liking it for these swordtails. I feel like they've been breeding better, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing some fry here soon. So I'm gonna talk about these triple red cockatoos for a second. I have got these guys to breed like 4 times, and that female right there in the cave, she always breeds in the cave. and she has eaten her clutch of fry the last 4 times. I'm really starting to lose my patience a little bit, but at the same time, I don't want to mess anything up. As you can see, I've got another little female back there in the back right. I don't want to mess anything up with this pair. I don't want them to stop breeding, but I'm thinking about pulling the fry next time. If you think I should pull the fry, why don't you leave a comment down below? Or if you think I should leave them in and let them keep trying, leave the comment too. So on rack 2, we have 3 Rainbowfish aquariums. These are heavily planted aquariums, and I just did a little trimming at the front yesterday. I have hornwort just absolutely taking over these tanks. These are the only 3 tanks left that I keep hornwort in. I like hornwort. It's a great cover plant, but it sheds so bad that it makes an absolute mess in any tank. And the mess creates a spike in TDS, and then you've got all sorts of problems with your water, and it's just not worth it for me. But here I have some Eco Complete, so it's not as big of a deal, and some Dwarf Sage carpeting around. So on the left, I have some Praecox rainbows, a really nice breeding group. And then in the middle, I have turquoise, and on the right, I have some millenniums. I'm gonna come in on each tank. These Praecox are just super nice. I got some of them from Seagrass, and I can't remember where I got the others, but they're pretty good age, a couple years old for sure. And then I've got these turquoise that I actually bred from some of the turquoise in the 75 gallon. And they were born in, let's see, November, and it's June. So it's been over 6 months since they were born, and this is the size they're at now. They're about 2 inches. I'd say they got another ½ inch until I'd be ready to sell them like as a adult fish. They still have some filling out to do for sure. And then these millenniums were born about the same time, and they're about half as small. So that just kind of gives you an idea on how long these fish actually take to rear out. It's one of the reasons why I've been moving away from angelfish and into more shorter term fish, especially when you're trying to breed for profit like me. It helps when you can get a fish and get it breeding and move it on and keep generations rolling a little bit faster. And there we have it, guys. That's everything for the 2nd episode of the In the Fish Room series. If you like this video, leave a comment down below, and be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We have awesome DIY fish room projects, fish room tours, and everything fish. As always, if you need any fish or anything related to aquarium services or anything aquariums, feel free to reach out directly on our website or to me on Facebook or Instagram, or any way you can get a hold of me. Thanks again for watching, guys, and until next time, we'll see you then.